Hello friends, this is Ryan Jackson, Area Director of North Tulsa Young Life. And instead of trying to sit down and write a letter describing the experiences that we had at camp this year, we thought it would be better if you would hear from the kids themselves in their own words. And so, here it is, the 2012 Summer Camp Testimonies. Hope you guys enjoy.
Hi, I'm Trey. I'm Trey Stevens from Young Life, North Tulsa Young Life, that is. And I just had an amazing experience at Timberwolf Lake. My favorite part of Timberwolf Lake is hard. I have a lot of favorite parts. One of my favorite parts was probably cabin time. We got real deep, got to chop it up with kids I've never known, and got to get really close, and we learned a lot from each other. One thing that I would really take home is learning not to judge from face value. I learned a lot, especially through the kids in my cabin, kids from Chicago, and even kids from Tulsa that I hadn't known. I got to learn their stories and understand that you can't take anything for face value. Everything that you learn from someone, you can learn anything from someone. You can relate to anybody, no matter where their background is, where you think they've came from, their race, no matter what. You can always relate or, understand something new from someone different. And yeah, I think that was a great experience. I think this was an amazing experience for me, and I hope for everybody else. But
Hi, my name is Becca. I'm from North Tulsa Young Life. It's been pretty fun this past week. I've screamed a lot. Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing all the activities. Overcame a lot of fear from heights, and that was a big thing for me. Going down the zip line, that was pretty scary. It took me a lot of motivation to go down that. I almost cried and I screamed the whole way. But I did it, so I overcame some fears doing that, and that was a lot of fun. The cabin times were really good. I was able to help other people while they helped me. One thing that I'll take from that was when we were in cabin times, I learned how to close my mouth and not talk to everybody and tell everybody what they need to do. That was a problem for me, but I learned how to deal with that and learned how to close my mouth, which is a good thing for me. Yeah, it was pretty fun. The swings, I did that. I really thought I was gonna die, but we did it. I had a lot of fun. I lost my voice, but I did it, and it was a great time, and I would recommend it for anybody to get away, to grow with God, and to help others at the same time.
My name is Abram McQuarters, and I'm with North Tulsa Young Life. My favorite part of the camp was really seeing a lot of the guys in my own cabin emerge out of their shells, seeing a lot of people grow just during the week and start having fun and being kids again. From our first cabin time to our last cabin time, there's a lot of change in all of us, and I enjoyed seeing people become their real selves without having the problems that they had back home or the worry of the problems they had back home. What I take away from this camp is just a desire to lead, a desire to step into leadership roles, because I know I have something that I can give to others. I'm a little farther along my walk, and I know I can help others get to where I am, and so that's what I take away from.
My name is Kimante Harris, I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and what I learned at this camp is that when you think like when I first came, I didn't think I was gonna meet nobody that would understand how I felt and realize what I go through. But it all changed when I met this one dude named Drake. He knew where I was coming from. He basically knew my whole background when I got here. And then we did a live. We played ping pong every time. But in cabin time, that's when everything that I've held in, it all came out. It was emotional. And hanging around Ryan's like my big brother, kind of. Like something I've always wanted. I always grew up and I was the eldest. I always thought about what would it be like having a big brother. And Ryan, just the way they stepped in, and like my two big brothers I've always wanted.
I'm Ebony. Go to Young Life in Tulsa, North Tulsa, and My favorite thing about this camp, because it's my first year, so it's kind of a new experience, but my favorite thing about this camp would be meeting new people, having little clubs, how we can relate to like the different counselors and workers to their stories, what they went through, because it makes you feel like you're not the only one that's went through that. And I enjoyed all the activities, the mud fighting and everything, so that was pretty fun. The thing that I'm gonna bring back with me, one of my favorite counselors told me that I can't always handle my situations by myself and hold them in because my volcano will erupt and I'll have a breakthrough. So what I'm gonna take back with me is I'm gonna get back into my word and get stronger with Christ, redeem myself and come back and repent and pray like I'm supposed to. And I'm gonna be a walking example of someone that has came from below to coming up because I let Christ in my life and I let him work. So I'm gonna trust in God more and I'm gonna become stronger in my word, most definitely.
My name is Eric. I just got done experiencing the best week of my life with North Tulsa Young Life at the camp. And one thing, my favorite thing that I did this week was cabin time. I got a chance to chop it up with a lot of cool cats, Chicago and North Tulsa put together. And one thing I'm gonna take back with me is that I'm not alone. I have people who go through the same thing, and now I have met new leaders like Ryan and C-Dub. Now I can call anytime I need, and that's just one thing I'm gonna take back with me, that I'm not alone. I'm not the only person going through what I'm going through. So.
My name is Tiandra Dyer, and I'm from North Tulsa Young Life. And my time experience, my favorite time that I had here was when we had the neon party and everybody was jumping and having fun, and the transition into that, when the experience that I will take back with me is that, you know, I don't have to be like everybody else. I don't have to like try to fit in like I'm my own self, but like I can help others by helping myself to be able to help them. And so yeah.
The name is Caleb Gibbs, North Tulsa, from North Tulsa Young Life, and all I could think of, like the best thing that had happened to me was when I went, well actually two, I would say two, was the tubing, when I had did 3 barrel rolls and a backflip, and meeting new people like Haley, Jasmine, Brianna, and Destiny, like, and there's a lot of other people, but I ain't got enough time for all that. But yeah, I'm gonna miss all of them. I'm trying to keep in touch with all of them as well. All I gotta say to most people that hasn't been to Young Life, you should think about trying to come, because it's a heck of a time. I call myself.
I'm Christian Morrell, and I'm from North Tulsa Young Life. My favorite part about camp, probably have to say, is probably the ropes course, because I actually looked at it in a different way. Like at first you were pretty scared to start, and then you start taking little steps and then bigger steps, and then pretty soon it got easier to you, which it's going to help me, I guess, in my walk in the relationship with God. What I'm going to take home from this is I'm going to have to get into my word way more, because you have to know God to be able to trust God. And I'm going to have to open myself up a little bit more, being able to talk to different people instead of keeping it all in, and become more like Christ.
This is Dylan Boyd from North Tulsa Young Life. My favorite part about camp is definitely getting to know my cabin mates. They're really great guys, and I learned a lot about them. And what I want to take home is my friendships that I made, and just to continue my walk with God and just get to know Him a lot better. I have my struggles, and I know my flesh sometimes takes over, but inside I know what I'm supposed to do, and He keeps talking to me, and sometimes I shut Him out.
Hey, I'm Marcellus Wilson, with North Tulsa Young Life. I went here for my first time at this camp this summer. It was really great. I made a lot of friends, and I met a lot of new people.
and it was a greater experience than I could have ever thought that it was going to be. Because like when I got on the bus, I didn't know anybody, but I just allowed myself to open up, and I made a lot of friends. So the greatest part for me was probably the giant swing, because that was some anticipation, trying to pull that string to let the swing drop. But what I want to take home would probably be the strength to fight some of the battles that I have in my own life, and knowing that I have new people in my life that can help me fight this battle, because it's not easy walking the Christian life every day. But with these kind of people in my life, I know it's possible.
Hey y'all, it's your boy Jeremy, coming from North Tulsa Young Life. The funnest thing I did here at camp would have had to been the ropes course, just especially going for that bar at the top. You have to have faith in God to jump off that. But overall, camp was a fun experience. It's my second time being here, and it was just as fun the second time as it was the first. But what I would say to all those who are thinking about coming to Young Life and coming to camp, and I would advise you to do it. It's a very fun experience, and there's people around you who love and care about you genuinely. So, just have faith and go ahead and take that step.
My name is Shimbra again, and I'm from North Tulsa Young Life. The funnest part about camp was the mud, because it was like war on war against other girls. And I'm taking for camp, what I'm taking home from camp is that God loves me no matter what I do, and that He accepts me for who I am and not because what I have. And that He wants us in His life and stuff like that.
My name is Josh Davis, and I go to North Tulsa Young Life. And the one thing I did down here was I conquered my fears of height and stuff, and so that's one thing that I really learned. And the second thing that I want to take back with me is like being away from my old friends and being away from their ways and start trying to fit in and stuff and be my own self.
I'm Brianna in North Tulsa Young Life, and my favorite part was all the events and club and cabin time, and I'm taking away being out of my comfort zone and experiencing new things. It was really fun because at first I didn't want to come, and once I got here I loved it. I even forgot about calling my mom. So I would tell everyone to come.
My name is Brianna Rogers, and I'm from North Tulsa Young Life, and my favorite activity this week was ropes course because I conquered my fears, even though they had to pull me down, but still. And what I'm taking back is I'm going to be more positive about things. I'm going to talk to people more, and I met a lot of new people. And basically, I learned to talk to God more. That's basically it.
My name is Lejay Jefferson from North Tulsa Young Life, and my favorite part about the trip was club time. Simply because I could sing songs and act crazy whenever I want without nobody saying anything, and I like the drama and the plays and everything, and it was cool. And what I'm taking back home with me is that God loves me no matter what I do, no matter how I am, because I can always change and go back, and I want to live for Jesus.
My name is Ntyl, and I met new people, and when I get back to Tulsa, I'm gonna try new things, and I conquered my fear.
My name is Janae. I'm with North Tulsa Young Life. My favorite part about camp was the club and the skits and eating and having fun and free time. And I'm gonna take home some stuff I learned about myself.
Okay, before y'all do free time.
My name's Broderick Ennis, North Tulsa Young Life. My funnest thing here at camp was the ropes course, because at the end I got scared. I was up there for 5 minutes, waiting, sitting, hoping. Then, my friends, they just guided me. They gave me an encouraging push to get off the ropes course. So yeah, it was fun. I hit a pole. And what I'm gonna take home is probably, the fun that I had here at Young Life, learning about meeting new people and everything. Might go and buy some more swim trunks. They gone. But yeah, it was really fun meeting new people. sharing your story. And yeah.
Hi, my name is Ashley. I'm from North Tulsa Young Life. And one thing that I liked about the camp was that we got to meet new people and I got to experience some things. And that, let's see. Oh, I really liked the speaker. He was really great. And I liked how he put things in perspective and how he broke it down. It was really good. I love the food. The food was very good. I liked the activities that they had us doing, like all the tournaments and how we were all interacting with our groups and everything. And it was. I feel like I was back home, like with my family. It was very family oriented and everything. It was very fun. And one thing that I'm gonna take back is to tell people my experience and try to get people to come on the trip with me next year, and that God never stops loving me.
I'm Daquan Reeves from North Tulsa Young Life, and like what I learned at camp was that like you can't just let anybody get you down. Just like keep on doing what you do. Like don't let nobody get in your head. Just keep it what you're doing. Like stuff is going to happen, and you just gotta live life. And then like what I'm taking back to Tulsa with me is just to keep that in my mind. What Bill was telling us about how everything went on in his life and like how stuff is going to happen. And we just gotta fight through it. Like we're gonna have struggles. Like no one's perfect. And like that's just what I'm like thinking back to Tulsa with me. Because that really caught my attention when he said that. Because like I feel the same way that Q felt. Like in his speech he was giving us, that's how I feel. Like I'm going through the same things he's going through right now.
This is Jody. We're with North Tulsa Young Life, and my favorite part of the trip was when the boys got together for camp time or whatever it was called, cabin time, and we had like one of the realest talks that I've ever had in my life. I mean, I've covered things that I haven't covered in my past, and I've confessed things that I haven't confessed to anyone before. We had, kind of like testimonial talks. We've related to each other. We've related to people we never knew before, and what I'm taking home from this trip is like to not judge anyone off first looks, and I've gave away my anger. My anger is gone. I'm not taking that back home with me. Disrespect, I threw that in the lake. I'm not taking it home with me, and the rest of the lust that I was hanging on to is gone. I'm done. So it's a new me going home to change schools and to help change people around me and to help lead others towards Christ.
I'm Romar Gamble, and I'm from North Tulsa, the Young Life. I had fun being at camp, but we all have experience, having fun being kids, no matter what we was doing, just had more like, experience here. Like it kept my mind going, at times. I felt like we wasn't doing nothing. It just made me like I want to bolt up, like not talk to no one, with some stuff. But then like from like the leaders to the friends that I have made here, I can say my trust issues is a little bit bad. But then when I got here, it made me feel like way more better now. Like now just at the end, like I can trust everybody here. No matter what it is, I'm gonna tell everyone everything.
What you taking
how
home?
I'm feeling. I'm taking home trust, really. Like just that word, trust.
Michaela Bartlett, North Tulsa Young Life. I got out of this, my favorite part of this trip was just getting to bond with everybody and meet new people and grow and create relationships that I never had before. And I'm going to take out of this trip that there are people out there to keep me accountable, and that I'll always have someone, that I will have good people to surround myself with rather than people I shouldn't be hanging out with, and that they all love me and they are there to support me and they all do believe in me that I can do great things.
My name is Alicia and I'm from North Tulsa Young Life. I have learned how to come out of a lot of my comfort zones. I'm definitely scared of heights, and I feel like I've accomplished a lot by just going through rope course, getting on roller coasters, doing all types of crazy things. When I go back home, I would definitely use God to get through everything, every single step through life, and just keep praying and going through the Word. What else is there to say? I've learned to be myself and not be scared to speak to people about God without somebody judging me or saying, you know, why would you want to do that? Why you don't want to go out and do this or do that? Because it's not the right thing to do. It's not going down the right path.
Alright, I'm Jay Colbert from North Tulsa Young Life, and my favorite part of camp was probably cabin time, because it just got like real, and you could say your own input without other people like judging you, because they could be having the same situation that you are. And what I'm taking home with me is like a better relationship with God, because there was some things that I was doing back home that I didn't really think much of. Like, I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but it turns out it is, so I just got to work on that whenever I get back.
I'm Keandre Gaddis, and I'm from North Tulsa Young Life. What was my best part about this week was the second night was the obstacle course, and we run through all the ups and downs and slide down and slide into the water. And what I'm taking home is probably the cabin time. I'm trying to do that with my family. Like, sit at the kitchen table or in the living room or something and just talk about what we did today and what's going on in our lives.
We'd like to thank everyone who made it possible for us to go to camp this year. And I'd like to say, even for me personally, this was the best week of camp I have ever experienced. And we're so excited to see what God's going to do in North Tulsa Young Life and in the lives of our young students. And we only have one last thing to tell you. North Tulsa Young Life!